He hesitated as his hand approached the inside of her thigh. Then his progress stopped.
You're actually recording this line.
He had never completely stopped before. His hot palm rested on the back of her thigh.
Ooh.
Her
Why,
breath
Adam?
caught in her throat. I'm going to need you to part your legs.
I want to get that on video.
Don't. I can't. The cushion muffled her words, which was just as well, since they shook with panic she didn't want to acknowledge. Allow me to finish. He could have forcefully repositioned her limbs himself.
Oh god.
He was right about her being unable to stop him. Or he could have ordered her to obey. She had promised she would. Instead, he was allowing her the semblance of being in control. There had to be an ulterior motive in there somewhere, but she couldn't spot it. She was so tired of being terrified. Her pain was almost gone, and she wanted to relax. She wanted to be able to trust him. She wanted him to be trustworthy. Trust had to start somewhere. With painstakingly tremendous effort, she parted her legs.
Oh my god,
His hand continued its journey.
Fucking moment!
All of it would be
Very
wrong.
cold against the hot, sensitive skin of her inner thigh.
Okay!
She was rather amazed he was being
Like I
ordered.
said, Claire, it's Adam
She
Howden
didn't
reading
start like he
alien
said he
porn.
would. Then his fingers skimmed higher. Her heart skipped in erratic panic. She'd been wrong. Oh, she'd been wrong. She squeezed her eyes shut and wished she could do the same with her legs. But he could overpower her in an instant if he wanted to. Maybe if she didn't anger him.
You had to
She
record
stifled
this
a
moment
whimper,
in time.
biting her lip as he brought the icy paste in contact with her delicate, overheated flesh. For a long moment, his hand rested there. Just rested. It occurred to her that perhaps he thought she had been raped and only wanted to provide the benefit of the healing cream. With the wounds on her back, rape wouldn't have been an outlandish conclusion. She had been lucky in that regard. Her former master had been uninterested in her sex.
A horrid moment.
His hand continued to linger and she braced herself. Every nerve in her body concentrated on that point. On the heavy press of his palm, right where she was most vulnerable.
Fancy a shag.
He could do what he liked with her. She couldn't
Are you
stop him.
seriously? You never said it.
She could only hope her lack of resistance would encourage him to be merciful.
I don't know why. I just
Your knuckles are turning white. You fear me again? At first, words refused to come. She cleared her throat. Yes. Sorry. Don't be.
He reminds me of
I
Teo
wouldn't trust
when
me
he had
either.
his Canadian accent.
For the record, I do not force myself on females. His hand moved on then, tracing another wound down her leg. In the absence of his touch, she realized how soothing the cream was. Under different circumstances, she'd thank him for being so thorough. When he finished, he put aside the tube of medication with a soft thump. She started to rise, glancing about for her towel. Lie down, he ordered. The snapped words were unquestionably a command, and she obeyed without a second thought. His hands returned to her back, rubbing, exploring, finding kinks of muscle she hadn't known existed and alleviating them. He certainly seemed familiar with anatomy. Gradually she
Dirty
relaxed and
bastards.
welcomed his fingers, her embarrassment at the absence of her towel finally forgotten. Soon her skin was tingling from more than the medicine. His massage had ignited a matching sensation in her belly. Tendrils of excitement snaked up her spine. She was enjoying this too much. Even more damning, an ache was building deep inside her body. She desperately wanted to be touched there. She wanted him to touch her there. Her stupid body wanted him to ravish her. Unbelievable.
Fucking
What had she
hell!
become? Self-loathing brought the first tears. She was so pitifully desperate for a little kindness that his mere
The stuff I
comforting
listen to
pitched
should
her
really
headlong
not
into a
surprise
ramble.
you by now.
She barely knew the man. Alien.
I love the concerned look on your face.
Any moment he was bound to start hurting her.
Oh
Bound
god,
to.
no, I don't want to hear that.
Torture seemed to be what slaves were for on this planet. Fear
Killjoy.
made her tears fall faster.